There's a reason for everything that happens, bro. Like the way you lived, the way everything played out. It all happens for a reason. It is all a test. Circumstances. Things that happen in life. It's all meant for us to live through, to become the best versions of ourselves that can exist. There's a reason, and my whole point here is to tell you there is a reason why things happened the way they have happened. No one's really that cursed. It might feel that way. At times it does. Things can feel some kind of way and not really be that way, if you know what I mean. We've all felt cursed before. I've felt that many times. And even still today, there's just little things that happen and it's like, why? But everything happens for a reason. Everything's a test. You're not going to go anywhere and it's going to be, oh, things are so amazing. Things are not any more amazing for you than anybody else. It might not feel that way. It might not seem that way. We're all here, living, breathing human beings. We all have good days, we all have bad days. And the world still turns. And with that being said, if you want to maximize your life, you have to go through the most amount of pain. You have to live the most amount of life and not kind of put it in pause and live through the pain to live more life, to see better days. There's all things we must do. There's a couple different ways our lives can kind of play out, and it's up to us to really step forward. Just when you think you're doing a lot, you can do a whole lot more. My days right now, compared to 2-3 years ago, we'll say 3 years ago, night and day difference. We're talking, I'm scrambling today to go from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And it's like you don't have enough time. And that is a very good sign. You should feel in the run of a day you almost don't have enough time in the run of a day to do all the things that you want to do and get done. There's just not enough time. If you are set apart, that's God's plan. You're supposed to be set apart. You're supposed to be doing the things you're doing. If I was living the life I am today, currently today, just kind of how I move and how I do things on a daily basis, myself, say 5 years ago, would not be able to handle it. There's no way. Myself 5 years ago could handle some of what I do today. But not all of it. Because we start to break these barriers. We set ourselves apart. And it's not only hard physically what I do, it's more mental. All the things you got to get done on a daily basis, it's more mental than physical. It's more mental if you get yourself to do something you've never done in your life and you feel uncomfortable doing it. It's not so much physical. It's mental. It's a spiritual battle, and it's a spiritual It's like a lock. Your mind like locks. It's locked from doing things you probably should be doing. You have to unlock that key. You have to unlock that lock with the key. And really dive into it. I would suggest everybody here to do something you haven't been doing lately. Challenge yourself when it comes to something. If something makes you feel uncomfortable and it's like, find a way to do it. I don't care if it takes you 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 hours. Find a way to do something that you've never done. It does something to you. The more you do things like that, the more you're set apart. And guys, we were all born to be set apart. But the reality is not everybody chooses to be set apart. And if you're the one being set apart, if you're the one challenging yourself, doing different things, you're on the right path. I follow some of you guys, bro, that watch my channel, and I see some of the things you guys are doing. And it's good that you're doing new things. It's good that you're doing things that feel a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit painful. That's what it's supposed to be like. There's a reason you're doing those things. There's a reason people turn to God. There's a reason people do the things they do. Because it's supposed to happen. God has a purpose for all of us. We cannot stay the same. That's the real curse. The real curse is being the person that other people think you are. And not evolving into the person you're supposed to be. And when you set yourself apart, that's exactly the trajectory that your life goes on. You go down that road of uncertainty. Fortune favors the brave. And you must do things that makes you feel some type of way. Not everything should be comfortable. There's certain things you have to do where it's different. It shifts your identity. It makes you feel different on a daily basis. When I do different things, I feel different. When you do different things, you feel different. It's a shift in identity. That's what I'm saying. If you're not being presented with something, because some people get presented with opportunities and they choose to take it. Some people have to create their own opportunities and they jump on it and they start to get to work. Most of what we have to do is creating our own opportunities, because not every opportunity is going to come by and smack us in the face. Sometimes we have to really grab life by the horns and do certain things we have to do. We have to send that text. We have to take that initiative, that first step. We have to march forward. We have to choose to do something we've never done. And the more, like I said, the more you do things like that, the more set apart you will be, and the more blessed you will be. Not only financially, spiritually, mentally, you'll be in a much better place. And even with that being said, we're still supposed to experience all the things we do, because life is a learning curve. There's so many like teenagers and young people right now, like extremely lost. And when I think back, it's honestly horrific to be in that situation. I know what it's like to be that. I know what it's like to feel held back. I know what it's like to feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. Everybody judging me. People trying to stop you. People trying to block you. I know what it feels like to take those first steps, to feel the pressure. Overwhelming. So overwhelming, it's emotional. But you do it anyways, you go for it anyways, and you get the jobs done. I know what all that feels like. And those are things that's supposed to happen. Those are things we're supposed to feel. It's not comfortable. It's not pleasant. But you are the much bigger man. You're the much bigger woman. If you can take those steps. Because people always want to view us as somebody we're not. Belittling us all the time. Saying certain things to us, just belittling us all the time. Not allowing us to reach our potential. And that is not what God wants. These people are trapped. They're trying to trap you, and that's the truth. If you're setting yourself apart right now, if you're on that journey, you are more blessed than you think. You're so much further ahead than these people who think they're so cool, not really doing anything to set themselves apart, because we're not supposed to be in groups with the enemy. You're losing. Very, very badly, you're losing if you're in the group with the enemy. Once you break out of that, you break out of the patterns of caring what people think. And even if stuff still weighs on you, you're still going forward anyways. You're still doing what you're supposed to do. You're still a step closer to destiny. You're doing the right things. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be comfortable. Things are going to feel weird. People's going to make you feel weird. People's going to hate. Because you're starting to become great. You're starting to become more clear-headed. You're starting to become more clear-minded. More sharp. More in tune with the Most High. You are blessed. You are favored. It is a true blessing to be set apart, and you'll never know it until a certain threshold, a certain point you hit on your journey. You'll never know it until you hit certain points. Because at first, it don't feel that way. You question yourself, am I even doing the right things? Is this even where I'm supposed to be? Is this even where I'm supposed to be going? You're going to have all these questions. And you're not going to know. You're really not. But you have to keep believing in yourself and keep going forward. And trust God. Trust your journey. Trust your path. Don't trust these weasels that are all stuck. Because that is the bottom point. And there's so many people there pretending to be cool and not actually becoming cool. Not actually becoming a valuable human being. They just want to stay stuck. Try to keep you stuck. When you're doing good things, they want to keep you. They don't want you to go any further. They want to try to drag you down. They want to come around you, pretend like they know who you are. They don't know shit. These are all things you're going to have to deal with. And if you guys ask my advice, I say go full force forward into your destiny, into your life, because everything else is just designed to hold you back. Oh yeah. They don't want you to get better, bro. They don't want you to get better. They don't want you to become more clear-headed. They don't want you to become more successful. They don't want you to become the person you were destined to be. They want to believe that you're something that you're not. So they can trap you and say, ha, look at him. That's who he is. It's really not. That's what you think. You're not willing to have these deep conversations. You're not willing to improve. You're not willing to change. So you have to set yourself apart and do the things God tells you to do, your higher power. And not listen to all this noise down there. You must do what's right. If you don't, you will regret that. Because that's the enemy winning. The enemy was kicking my ass for a long time, and I didn't even know it. Sometimes you're in that position, and you think that's almost normal. You think like, not much of it. But it is a lot. People are that negative. People are that disgusting. When I look back at my past, bro, none of that was normal. None. I could have been so much greater. And that's the whole point of biting down and going forward, because you will catch up to that person. I could be better than I am right now. I could be further ahead. If everything was perfect and I had the perfect support, the perfect people, the perfect upbringing, the perfect everything around me, I 100% could be better. But that's the whole motivation, is to catch that person and to not let the enemy keep you down. And if this video is not powerful, I don't know what will be. The whole world should see this, but the whole world won't. The whole world wants to keep you down. Maybe not the whole world, but you guys get the point. The whole world around yourself, what's around you. It feels like the whole world sometimes, because everything around you is just against you. You're not paranoid. Shit really do be like that sometimes. Your own people around you really do be giving you that energy a lot of the time. And they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to become the person you're supposed to actually be. They would rather hold you back, keep you stuck. Because they're stuck. Most people stuck. They don't want to do better. They don't want to live a better life. They just don't want it. You do. You want to become the person you're supposed to be. You don't want to be around toxic, negative energies all the time. Like, bro, I was going to say I'd almost rather die than be around that stuff all the time, but I don't know if I'd go that far. But damn near. It's awful. It's disgusting to be around that kind of stuff. I need to be free. There's something inside of me that just needs to become the person I'm supposed to be. I don't know what it is. It's probably God edging me on. Look, you're supposed to be this person. You have work to do. It's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. But this is the person you're supposed to become. There's something inside all of us, bro, that is guiding us. And sometimes you got demons inside of you, bro, holding you back, keeping you stuck. Not putting your mind in the right place, and there's things just, I don't know, holding you down. It could be toxic, negative people around you. It could be anything. But that's not what's supposed to be happening. You're supposed to be smart enough, strong enough, intelligent enough, durable enough to be able to fight that off and to go forward. And to not let that kind of stuff and those kind of people really get to you. Because they're going to try their hardest. They're going to try their hardest to stop you from becoming a positive force in this world. They're going to try to stop you, to keep you stuck. They want your life on pause because theirs is. They don't want you doing anything good. They want you to die right with them, bruh. And it sounds harsh. It sounds crazy. But it's true. They do. It's a fight. I've been fighting spiritually my whole life. I've been fighting these battles my whole life. And I had to be one tough SOB. And I never cared how I felt. I let everything that rubbed me the wrong way just piss me off to go forward in life. That's what you have to do. I let everything anger me, and I just used all that anger and turned it into something positive fuel. I'm going to do what's right. I'm not going to overreact, overextend. I'm going to be calculated, and I'm going to do the right things. That's the ultimate payback. Because everything that was ever around me in my whole life was to try to get me to lose. And your entire surroundings are not going to make it seem like it's like that, but it is like that. Do you think these people are going to tell you that they have those intentions towards you? No. They're going to gaslight your mind and make it seem like you had the perfect upbringing, you had the perfect this, you had the perfect that. That's what they do. But you didn't. I'm not just talking about your folks. I'm talking about everything, bro. Your old friends, everything. Your friends are going to act like you had a perfect upbringing and all this kind of stuff. If you ever told someone you struggled, it'd be like, oh, he had a perfect upbringing. Nah, not even close. People are so quick to talk for you without knowing what you actually went through. Most people in the world, I would argue, don't even have the capacity to even acknowledge what you've been through or understand your struggles. Most don't. I know what it's like. Every time I hop on the phone with people on my calls, I know exactly how they feel. I know exactly what they've been through, and I know exactly the right advice to give. I know what it feels like to not be heard. I know what it feels like to have almost no hope in hell. But I've been blessed with a dog in me, with a lot of fight, with the good genetics, intelligence, the strength, the durability, the passion. The attributes are on my side. I got the attributes. I didn't have the tools growing up. But I got every attribute to overcome and adapt and to evolve. And that's exactly what I do. This video is so very powerful. And I hope you guys choose to do the same things in life and not be a victim of your circumstances. Overcome your circumstances. You can do it. You will do it. Feel all that pain, all that heartbreak, all that betrayal, all the lack of support, all the gaslighting, all the narcissistic abuse. Override all that and become the person you're supposed to be. Through hell or high waters, you can do it. And with that being said, you guys already know. God willing, God bless. I will see you guys at the top.